Where are all my plectrums gone? Okay, I'll make do what we got. Hey, how you doing there? Oh, you're having a good evening. This is a song called Guitar's over there. It's a good start. And by a good start, I mean that wasn't a very good start. Okay, I need to get serious here. That was me. Okay. Right. Okay, this is a song called Beneath a Taunting Sky. I was hoping to be able to see the lyrics, but I cannot. What the? Come on. I've been playing very loud electric guitar. Ah, that's the words. And very loud electric guitar all day, and my ears are pretty shot. No, I said shot. Beneath the Taunting Sky, this is called. 1, 2. Cold moon staring down at me, mocking my every move. Love stands revealed as the enemy, and there's nothing left to prove. Tears are rolling down my cheeks from lacerated dreams. No one listens till the jester speaks, oblivious to martyrs' screams. Graves are plundered in the dark. The dead don't rest in peace. They've turned defilement into an art, and their numbers only increase. Prayer books sell, but I'll use. Soft kisses sell them too. Both guarantors stand laughing. You lose whichever you choose. The heart carves craven images and auctions them to the lost. Preachers quote what Satan says, while your children they accost. Sanctuary stays hidden, and friendship wears a disguise. Hope is outlawed and forbidden, and beauty burns the eyes. I've searched for a reaching hand, the voyage was in vain. clutch the rope and understand. Angels only show disdain. From the abyss of regret bloom unnumbered tombs. Oh, but for the strength to forget so many mocking cold moons. I'm terribly sorry for this. Hope that came out okay. We had some problems with the G string there. A picture of a sheep that's just gone past on the cue cards I was drawn by one of the most talented artists in the Southwest, Jessica Rosalind. I'll give you her full name. And I must also say hi to Sarah Keynes. I was going to talk a little bit about the songs. And you know, the comments that you get on the tube or the Ube, they accumulate, you know, and everything. I wish I could hear my vocal. I think I was a bit too. The reason there's so many takes of songs going up because I think that in this day and age, outtakes, you know, they are, you know, they're an accepted medium now. But certainly in a lot of cases, when my stuff, people like to see the creative process. So which is why I've done some videos of me actually writing the lyrics. I wrote a song today called It Sure Ain't Me, a very punk rock song. Got that take 7, I was like, oh man, you know. 63 years old in the end stage of motor neuron disease and I'm playing punk songs, you know. I thought you can see there's no body left, I'm just a shirt now. And but I seldom play a song the same way twice because, yeah, you know, I don't sit down, I don't have headphones on. I'll occasionally use a microphone, a lot of that's to cover up the wrinkles. Whenever I play electric, I don't use a microphone because it holds you back, you know. We never had microphones when we started. Back in Chester House, a squatting chart in 81 into 82, I guess. When I met my first wife, 83. David Bowie's Let's Dance was all over the radio, or Twist and Shout if you want. So I always ever was alive. So yeah, I sing with the microphone. So and it's an excuse just to open the voice up, you know. As I say, never did I think I would still be belting them out at 63. And truth to tell, if I, you know, wasn't terminally ill, I'd be belting them out at 73 and 83. Would that I was given the justice, but not to be. But I was always ever a live musician, so the songs are different each time. I don't pre-plan them, don't rehearse them. And so when some people say, well, you know, why is that one up? Because you went flat in verse 3. And there are enough technical musicians out there. If you want technique, go listen to your Adele albums or something or another like that, you know. I mean, I don't know who's big at the moment. Some ginger head guy. What's his name? His numbers are all mathematicals. Chris someone? Ed. Ed Sheeran, isn't it? No disrespect for the guy. I don't know his material too well. But I'd be very surprised if Ed Sheeran could write Beneath a Taunting Sky, for instance. But that's not a criticism, you know, musicians, you know, we know what we are, you know. He does this, they do that, they do this, anyway. The only times it ever becomes any kind of issue amongst other musicians is when people play their talent or do something different. I remember in the 80s, Elton John suddenly started using drum machines. I don't know, what you know. And that was the difference between his work in the 70s and work in the 80s, really. Because the machine is dictating to you. You know, because it's got to be programmed and everything, and you've got to play it, you know, so I don't do that. My timing, as I'm sure you've noticed, is way off. What else was it that came up? The dedications, devotion, yeah, the boy can play. The name dropping, the dedications, I just, as I've come to the end of my life, I've thought back on the people who've meant a lot to me during that time. And to those two people, you know, I'm thinking back on all my friends and to that one person one afternoon in 1973. I'm saying that with a laugh, but it's kind of a barbed comment. You haven't seen a human being in this house, apart from workmen and tradesmen. What are we now, 31st of August 24? I haven't had a visitor in over a year, I don't think. I had a couple of vultures, but no visitors. The point being, when I was very wealthy, you couldn't beat people out of the house, you know. Well, it's thick, you know. Someone said to me about 2 years ago, and this was a member of my family who then turned her back on me and shut the doors on me, as all good Christians do. Enjoy yourself at church tomorrow, Em. She said, I bet you had a lot more friends when you had a lot of money. I said, no, I had the same number of friends. I just had more people in the house. What else was that? I'm so sorry. I had a list, like a shopping list of things, and I thought, okay, I'll accumulate those things up and everything. The other one that comes out is, why don't you tune up off camera and then play? And the reason for that, my friends, is very simple. Firstly, because, again, I was always a live musician. Even though I have to wear leg braces to stand, I'm still standing. You know, I could be sitting down and playing a lot easier, but that's just not what I do. You know, I started out singing on street corners to raise enough money to buy, I'm ashamed to say it, a meat pie in those days. That's probably one of the reasons I became a vegetarian, because you had to eat them cold. There was a shop near where the squat was, and we used to go up there, and we used to get all the sell-by dates of the stuff, and we used to, so if we saw something that was coming up to the end of the sell-by date, we used to stick it to the back in their fridges and everything. This is like 44 years ago, so I think I'm going to admit to everything now. On all the new stuff, or working on the theory that human beings are pretty much, if not lazy, you know, they tend to be a bit busy, and certainly the lower you pay someone, the lower their motivation level, which is the reason behind a lot of my songs, really, and then if it went past, then the next day you better go up and you dig it through and you get to the counter and you say, this is out of date. They either let you have it for free, although they started to recognise our face after a while, you know, and the things that we were buying. And they, or they would just reduce the price. I have no idea what the price are. I must have been, I don't know, maybe 27 pence for a steak and kidney pie. They were huge as well. They seemed huge in my memory, you know. Massive things. How did I get on to that? I've completely forgotten that. I think I was talking about being alive. Oh yeah, so you know, you just play, and I mean, I just like playing. We all did. Steve, everyone in the squad, all of us, you know. Once you get a chord sequence that taps into your nervous system, only musicians know what that feels like, you know. You go, oh my goodness me. Lou Reed once said, you know, it's mythical almost, you know, if you took it back to caveman times. No matter what you do, if you hear the opening riff to Lou Reed, Velvet Underground, Sweet Jane, your feet tap. You have no control over it. Was it A, D? I won't do that because I'm probably out of copyright. So I always played that way. I stood up and picked the guitar up. And if it was out of tune, that's why I got into these weird open tunings. Okay, well, what does it sound like if you play it out of tune? So, you know, I'm in this one here, the G was way out, but it's not too far off now. But the B is flat. And the B on this song, B string, is quite vital because the riff that runs through it is. But it gives it a different resonance. So that's why I do that. And also these days, because my fingers are so diseased, I have a limited amount of time whereby I can play. And if I've got 10 minutes of life in my fingers, most of my songs are under 10 minutes, so I play a 10-minute song. The time I've tuned up, sometimes the fingers have gone dead and you've got a perfect tuned guitar, but you're in such pain that you just can't play. You know, why did I do that, you know? As I would say, hey, it's not as if I'm going to sing in tune in any case. Okay, I wish I could remember the rest of the questions that people keep sending me in, because I can't type to answer them anymore. Well, again, time, so. And now I'm going to do the same song again, but without the chatty chat at the end.